Not you trying to be more American than the American.
Why are you faking your accent?
It's not even your country for real.
They're so funny. They think if they play American enough, they will be
You're
American.
actually such a wannabe.
Hi, wannabes, and welcome to the Wannabe Americana podcast, a podcast for outsiders by an outsider. I'm your host, Vianney Seaver. Hi, hello, how are you doing? What's good? What's good? Okay, I have an issue, you guys. I have an issue. I need to share this issue with you guys, okay? I need these people to stop showing us fantasies of what college life is like and parties are like when it's not even quarter of reality. It's either that or I went to the wrong school, so maybe that's on me. But in this episode, we're going to be talking about my party life experience at college and party life in general in college. Let's get into it. Alrighty, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I went to PWI, and PWI means predominantly white institution. So basically, the ratio of whites to blacks is higher, so that's why we call it PWI. But anyways, party life scene, right? I would say, first couple of years, I was a party girl. Was I? I don't know. I would think in my head I was a party girl because I used to go to parties like every other weekend, so I think I was. But I used to go to black parties and white parties, and let me just say, like, there's a huge difference between black parties and white parties. So we're gonna talk about that right now. I feel like black parties, honestly, like, if I'm being real with y'all, I really didn't like black parties. I feel like they used to do too much, in my opinion. Like, every black party I went to, one nigga is always coming up, pulling a gun. Every single party talking about his ops is here, his ops is here. Mind you, we are in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. So which ops do you got, sir? And it's crazy because, like, the first time this happened, I was literally in shock. Like, my best friend had to literally, like, drag me, like, bitch, we gotta go, we gotta go. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, I literally came here for a good time, and you people are out here pulling guns, trying to start a fight. Like, what? Why? Why? Who's your op? Who? Because till this day they always say they're op, they're op. I have never seen their op till this day. So obviously you just doing that shit for fun. Because who's your op? In nowhere, Michigan. What are we even talking about? What are we even talking about? And that's just like the men. Like, that's like what the boys be doing. The females, girl. Every party, like, bro, when I'm telling you, like, clockwork, every party, a female is always fighting another female over a nigga who do not care for either of them. It's like they're pulling hair, pulling nails. I'm like, what are we even talking about? And they never fight in the party. They would never fight in the party. They would come outside in the parking lot and they'd be like throwing hands down. I'm like, why? It's giving ghetto, baby. Why are we breaking nails? Why are we pulling hair? Like, that's just like, it's not cute. And the guy would just be there, like, acting like it's not him they're fighting about. So, like, honestly, like, the drama goes crazy. Like, that was one thing that just, like, put me off with, like, black parties in general. And, y'all, it be messy as frick up in there. It be messy, I ain't gonna lie. And to be honest, I feel like the parties be dry as fuck. Like, the music is whack. The only thing that they keep on playing continuously is Dreams and Nightmares and trap music. And it's like, what are we even doing? Like, you'll be acting like, no, there's no other songs that are out. Like, DJ, put me on the aux. Like, what are we... Yo, I'm so stressed talking about this because, like, trying to relive it is, like, insane. And then you go to the parties, right? We're all squished. Like, first of all, the parties are happening at, like, one homeboy's apartment. Okay, mind you, this apartment is not huge, nothing. So every black person is heading to this party. So it's giving squashed tomatoes, like, that's what it's giving. And then everybody's smoking. There's only like one ventilation unit, which is like the corridor or the terrace. So, like, if that door is open, the only people who can receive the air are the people that are directly close to it. Everybody else is on their own. And people be blasting weed, I'm like, bro. And I'm young. Like, I just got there, so I'm not trying to be like a pussy or nothing. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to live it. I'm trying to work it out. But my last straw is when Back That Ass Up comes up. And then you see the females pushing me. Why are you pushing me? Try to, like, shake ass. Like, don't, like, see. I will not down your hustle because I know that twerking is a whole activity. It's an exercise, bitch. And I'm not going to down your hustle. But why do you have to push me? Why do you have to push me to twerk? Like, do your thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, just don't touch me, bro. Like, I don't like the place is too small for us to be doing all this. And that's bad enough. Then you see, next thing you hear is a freaking whistle. And just know, once you hear that whistle, the fraternity's coming up, the sorority's coming up. And after you hear that whistle, next thing you start hearing is a stomp. You see the cameras come up, everybody's like flashing lights, and then you're hearing, I don't think I'm allowed to like say the chant for like the fraternity of sorority, so I will not. But next thing you know, people are pushing you around so that they could stomp and step. And it's like, bro, like, I understand that y'all are trying to like celebrate your culture or whatever, or your fraternity, but it is too packed to be doing all this. If you want to go stomp, go outside at the parking lot and go stomp where there's fresh air blowing everybody. And then, see, when one fraternity starts to stomp, every other person has to stomp. Now, my purpose of going for a party, let me just say this now. My purpose of going for a party is to forget about my reality. Now, after the party, I can start crying and weeping and thinking about the reality that I have, the amount of homework I have, how I'm feeling in class. I can start thinking about that. But right now, I just want to be drunk and unconscious if possible and just have a good time. I don't want to be watching somebody stomping. I don't want to watch you blowing a whistle, trying to get me deaf. And then the fact that they will start to push you, and then they have like so much hand movement, and bro, they could literally hit your face with that shit and blame it on they were in the choreography, so they couldn't stop themselves. But like, that's one thing that just like put me off, and it's just like, bro, like, why are we doing all this? Like, we could literally go outside and do all this shit because this place is too small for all this crap, and it used to piss me off because it's like, what? I think let me just stop because like I'm already like stressed thinking about this. Let me just stop. And then, like, one thing about like I don't twerk, like I don't just know, like I feel like twerking is such a for me, like twerking is just too much for me. Like, don't get me wrong, like my ass is fat, whatever. But it's like I'm not going to break my back trying to twerk. Like I will, like when my girls are hyping me up, but like I'm not going to be doing all that, right? So like me and my girls are very like we like to feel the music, like we're all jumpy, jumpy. Like we do the white girl dances at the black parties, right? And there was a time we were doing this dance and somebody called us weird. Like this one nigga was like, y'all are so lame, like y'all are so weird. Why? Because we're not shaking ass. Like, uncle. And then he had the audacity to come and ask me for my number. I said, Mr. Sir, I'm not giving you my number because obviously you like a bitch who likes to twerk. I'm not her. So what are you collecting my number for? Like what? Like please. And I'm not desperate, bitch. It's okay. Like I don't need to talk to you for real. Maybe that's probably why I'm still single. Like I feel like that explains a lot. But it's just like I'm not about to like do all that. Like, what do you think this is, y'all? What do you think this is? And it's always like, bro, I feel like my mind is different. Like I feel like my mind is like out of tune with everybody else's mind because like how I think is so different from everybody else. Because it's like when I go to a party, like I'm just going there to have fun. Like I'm not trying to talk to nobody. Like if you're cute, you're cute. But like we're not about to have a full on conversation at a party. And I feel like honestly, it's rude to have a full on conversation at a party, like when music is blowing. Like what are we talking about? You're basically screaming in my ear, shouting in my face, and it's just like I'm not about to do all that shit with you. And yeah, that explains a lot. But like that's just my POV. That's just my POV. So like after like that whole situation and just like the whole mess, and it's like, bro, before you could even start to enjoy the party, the police has come and broken everything up. And it's like damn, like how did they hear us? Like what I'm confused because this is a college town. So like I'm very confused. Like nobody's doing nothing wrong. And it's just like, you know? And another thing is, please, when you do go out, when you do go to parties and you are drunk and the popo come in, please do not start to freak out because they will get you. They will get like, bro, like just be normal, act normal. Like you're not gonna get arrested. You don't need to run. You don't need to start fidgeting or nothing. Like just be cool unless you gonna get got. Okay? Now, after like obviously like me and my friends like started like we stopped going to black parties for real like that. Like we had one friend who's still like going to black parties, so of course we're going to support our girl. So of course we do still go to the black parties just to like indulge her and like make sure she has fun and everything. But we started going to the white parties, y'all. Okay, and I'm going to spill the tea about the white parties because they be racist, but it's okay. We're going to get into that later in the episode. We started going to the white parties and one thing about me, I love a shameless group of people, okay? I love it. Like everybody, like one thing I would say for sure about white people is they are shameless. They embrace their weirdness and awkwardness with all their might, and I love it. I live for shameless people, like people who do not care about anybody, people who don't care who's watching them. They're just like living, and for somebody who is like stressed and overthinking and trying to escape from reality, like that is the epitome of what I look forward to in life. You know what I'm saying? So like we started going to white parties, and honestly, like loved it. They were playing like Miley Cyrus Party in the USA, like the white songs, like the white hits, and I loved it so much. Okay, and the only thing I would say is like there's like shameless white people and there is drunk shameless white people. Drunk shameless white people are scary ASF, dude. Like they are the people who could fall off the roof and get up and keep on jumping. Or they could fall on somebody, or like, bro, like they could just like sleep in the middle of the party and like not give two fucks. Like, now that is scary. Because like one of my friends, like me and my friends, we went out this one time. We went out this one time to this white party, right? And this one guy literally fell on my friend. Like my friend is like tiny. Okay. And this nigga was huge. Like he had a lot of weight on him. And then she fell backwards on a table. So like she strained her back a lot and he fell. And literally, I feel like he fell, hit his face and fell to the ground and stood up and continued jumping and running away. My friend was out there in pain, agony. And this nigga was just like, nothing happened. And I was like, it's giving crazy. But I feel like definitely like they do be feeling all that pain in the morning, but it's just like that's some crazy shit. So like definitely beware of that. White people energy, like they be the type of people who be hyping you up, okay? Like we be having each other up. Like they will literally come and dance with you. Like if you're alone, like I feel like you would have more fun if you went to a white party by yourself. Because like they will literally come and dance with you and just like pretend like they know you, like they've known you all their life. And like I do love that for white people, or love that about white people, like on white people parties. So like I would say that. Um Only thing I would say is like they do not know how to handle big liquor. Okay. And if any white person who is in college right now listens to this, you need to learn how to handle liquor, baby. It's not like I don't know, like it's not cute. And then they be throwing up. Y'all, I have PTSD from throw up, so it's just like it's a lot for me. Like when I start seeing people throw up, or like if the throw up is close to me, it's like, what are we even doing? And like that's like that's when I have to wrap it up because like I really cannot do throw up. But like that's just like my point of view. Like that's what I'm gonna say. When I meant like racist, bro, let me tell you something. So these white parties, like these white frat parties, like you really cannot get in if you are black. Like if you're coming in and you're the only black person, like you literally cannot come in. And we didn't even peep this until we got a white friend. Like our friend group had a white friend, right? And when we would go there by ourselves, we would try to go in and they'd be like, yeah, we're at capacity right now. And then you could literally see white girls walking into the party and it's like, okay, if you're at capacity, why is people walking in? They're like, yeah, they've been in there before. Come on, my nigga. Like, if you're racist, literally just say that. Like, it's actually cool. Like, it's better to, like, know than to not know. Like, it's okay if you don't want us in there because we know we are bad bitches. And it's like, what are we even talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we even... So anyway, we got this white girl, and then she was our friend. Like she's not a white girl, like she's our ex friend now. But we got her, and then she also felt like she was so important with herself. But we ain't gonna talk about that this episode. We will talk about that in another episode. But like she would come in, she'd be like, excuse me, white girl here. I want them to come in." At first, I didn't see nothing, but like I feel like she was also racist too. Am I crazy? Because like all of a sudden, because you think you have this high sense of self, I don't want to get into this in this episode, but like that's the only way like they would let us in, like unless that white girl was there, or maybe we knew somebody who was white inside, or maybe we knew somebody who it was in the fraternity. Because one of our friends, her boyfriend was in the fraternity, so he would invite us in. But it was just like, so there is a little bit of racism in college at these places, very subtle, very but they be out there. They be out there. We see you. You're not hiding it that well. Just so you know, if you're listening, you're not hiding it that well. Okay? But we ain't gonna say nothing. Just let us in. Thank you. But I think the white parties eventually started getting old, the same way like the black parties started getting old. I think it's because we just stayed growing up. I think we would more so have fun by ourselves in the apartment, just like doing girls' night, as opposed to like going to these places in the cold and just just the stress of like partying became such a hassle for us. So we just started doing like more girls' nights. And yeah, really. Like we would go to like a party like once in a while when we were like, bro, like I need to get like effed up tonight. And I'd be like, yeah, and I would hype them up and I'd be like, let's go. Like, but like, yeah, that was like I feel like partying season was like first and second semester. First freshman year and sophomore year. Junior year, senior year, things started to change. Like we would go to parties here and there, but like it was no longer like every other weekend, type shit. But I do think it's necessary to kind of like learn your liquor limit because like people could take advantage of you if you don't know what your limit is. So like I think my limit back then was like 4 shots and I was out. Like I was like, yeah, I'm chilling. I was probably going to like sip wine the rest of the night. But like now my limit is like half a shot. Half a shot for real. And no wine and nothing, just like hydrate with water. But like learning your liquor limit will help you so much. Like people will not be able to peer pressure you into like drinking more than you should. Because I would tell you this, if you've never drank in your life before, the hangover is disgusting, bro. Like, ew. And especially like me in college and like having a hangover, knowing damn well you have shit to do the next day is just like my life is wasted. Maybe like, maybe not everybody thinks like that, but I personally think like if I'm not productive in one day, like especially if I had homework and everything and I was like making an excuse that I was hungover, like that would piss me off so bad. And I would just like feel sick the whole day and still do the assignments. It was just like, ugh, like ew, I didn't like feeling like that. I did have a friend though who never drank, and honestly, like I tried to like I would force her sometimes. I would threaten her. I was like, girl, like, you need to drink. Like, what do you mean you're not going to drink? Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like me telling y'all not to be peer pressure, like, I was the peer pressure friend for that friend. But, like, I'm so proud of her. Like, she never drank. Like, she never indulged me. And she was like, Biani, like, if you ever inject me, because I told her one day, I was like, bro, I will inject you if you do not drink with those. And she was like, Biani, if you do that, I'm a fucking lawyer. I will arrest you. I said, ooh, I still love you. I mean, I never injected her. I'm not crazy. Like I am, but I'm not that crazy because I know I could go to jail for sure. But like, she honestly like influenced me to like stop drinking in general and like learn how to be able to have fun without getting drunk. Because you know how we be like, oh, to have fun we need to get drunk. Like I met this one girl, she was like, yeah, like I need to drink and get myself up before I can start to party. And it's just like I think it's a way to kind of avoid your senses because you know how they say a drunk person is always the most honest person, but like why can't we be sober and still be honest type shit? Like why can't we be sober and still have fun? You know what I'm saying? I not me trying to influence y'all to stop drinking, but like I'm just saying, like I think is better. And I feel like you skip the hangover period. But like if you're not as strong-willed as my friend or I will give you a secret to hangoverness and how to not be hungover. My friends and I still party junior year and senior year, but like we had a lot of shit to do, so like we couldn't afford to be hungover the next day. So one of my friends bought a bunch of liquid IV. So like as we drink before we go to sleep, you know how you're supposed to drink water before you go to sleep so you don't get like bad hangover? You would pour liquid IV into your water and like drink the whole bottle and finish it. And I promise you the next day you'll be good. Like you will have no hangover, nothing. If it doesn't work, you could come at me. But I know that after I stopped drinking for like a while, I became like a very, very light weighted alcoholic, which is very embarrassing because I come from okay, I shouldn't put that on the podcast. But most of my family members drink. I mean, shakiri, so like it's like second nature to us to like drink a lot. But I cannot hold my liquor, okay? And I know it's very embarrassing. I feel like I'm such an embarrassment to the whole shakiri culture, but it's okay. They still love me regardless. But like liquid IV, like straight after, like you cannot forget to drink it, dude. Like drink that shit whole bottle. And when I say like a whole bottle, I mean a whole bottle. Don't just drink some, drink everything. And make sure you eat something as well before you go to sleep. And I promise you, also I would say the cure to hangovers is the liquid IV and then get you some McDonald's, bro. The cheapest McDonald's, so like a cheeseburger with fries, and you could dabble in some hot cookies. Y'all don't even understand the way McDonald's hits at night when you're drunk ASF. And okay, this is not encouraging you guys to go and drink and like eat McDonald's, but I'm just like saying like it hits very, very different. Like after you're drunk, and like bro, like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's an unexplainable feeling, but like hangover cure is McDonald's cheeseburger, fries, large fries, and then the cookies, but you don't have to get the cookies, but like the cookies is just like something sweet to like wrap your day, like, round up your night. And then the liquid IV full bottle. And I will say this, like, I will, like, let me be real with y'all, let me be honest with y'all, like, there are rapes that go on. So, like, that's why I say, like, you have to, like, be very cautious of your environment because people are crazy. And I know that when I was in school, like, there were a couple of rapes, which were very, like, heartbreaking, but, like, it does happen. So, like, be very aware of that. Okay. Um, and it usually happens at frat parties and frat houses. So, whenever you're going to a frat house, like, be very careful, be very, you don't want to get into no situation. Okay. And then, oh, please, 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 please. I had this one friend, y'all. I had this one friend. And like one thing about me is like when I go out with my friends, I am very, very conscious of not just my environment, but also like my friends. Like I need to know where my friends are at all times. And I think they understand that. And we all understand that about each other. So like our ex-friend right now, she I feel like I don't know what it is, but like when somebody doesn't is not I don't know what the word is. Let me think. Is not aware of their surroundings, is not aware of like their current reality. I think we were leaving to go home, right? And next thing I started looking for her, right? And then I saw her with like four guys walking in another direction. And I called her. For the sake of this podcast, we're going to call her Sally. Okay? So Sally is heading to a completely different location with four guys. And I call out to her. I said, Sally, where's you going to? She said, yeah, we're gonna go share a shot. I said, share a shot. Now there's four men there, and there's one of you, so there's five people sharing one shot. Explain to me how the shared shot is going to work out. And she's like, what? And the guys were looking like, and you know what men be looking sus? Ugh, yo, I have like a knack for like very weird, perverted men, and they were giving me all of those vibes. And I was like, girl, see, you could go share a shot when we drop you off at home. You could come back and decide to go, but not while we're all out together. Like, I will be damned if something should happen to you when we're all out together. Like, I don't play that shit. And she's like, oh, stop, you guys. Like, I just want to, I'm like, bitch, come over here. Like, I ain't got time for this shit. Please, come over. I ain't got time for this. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't got time for this. So she came and she was like, what's you guys' problem? I'm like, girl, what do you mean share a shot? Like, you listen to yourself. What do you mean share a shot? Explain that to me. Thank you. Be quiet. Because you's already gone. So, like, how can you be making decisions for yourself? I'm going to go share a shot when you know damn well you're the lightest weight among us. So, anyways, I will wrap this up with what my dad told me when I was first coming to the US with regards to like partying and everything. So, advice from my father. Don't leave your drinks unattended. Don't mix your liquor. Don't do light liquor with dark liquor because it never goes down in the tummy and it's not cute. Like I tried it. I'm a rebellious kid. I tried it. It did not feel good at all. So like don't mix your liquor. Also, as I've been saying like multiple times, know your limit with liquor and don't let anybody peer pressure you. Okay? Stay aware of your surroundings. Don't go anywhere alone by yourself. Like if you need to use the bathroom, pull up one of your homegirls and y'all should go to the bathroom together if you don't feel like good enough to go to the bathroom by yourself. Because you don't want a situation where somebody grabs you or anything like that. Another thing is there should always be somebody who is sober or who can sober up real fast, right? So we had one sober friend who was always sober and love her to death. But like, if anything was happening, like I was sober up real quick. Me and my best friend, like if anything was going on, we would sober the fuck up real quick. So always have somebody who is sober enough to take care of you guys, who is sober enough to drive you back home. Like, please do not drive home drunk. Like, just don't do it, y'all. It is not safe. And this is not even me trying to promote anything. Like, it's scary as fuck. And you also have other people's lives in your hands. So, like, just don't do it. Honestly, I had, like, the best time partying. Like, this is definitely not to scare y'all. Like, I think either experience is really good. I just feel like with black and white parties, like, it just depends on the kind of person you are. Like, if you like those kind of songs, if you like trap music, if you like, you know, dreams and nightmares or whatever. Like honestly, like that's your vibe. But just like for me, I need a party where like nobody is trying to feel too cool with themselves, because at the end of the day, I just want to like release energy, and like that was just not my vibe. And the white parties resonated more with me and like my energies and everything. So like it depends on you, honestly. So like don't, because of this podcast, be like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to any black parties, I'm only going to go to white parties. Like this podcast is just like sharing my experience of like, this episode is basically just me sharing my experiences with both parties and seeing kind of which one I preferred. And I realized I prefer the white parties more. And see, with the gun thing, because I know that I mentioned guns in the beginning of the podcast, like do not be scared. Like, I mean, obviously, like don't stay there if somebody pulls out a gun, but like also just like don't not go to those parties because there's a gun there. I mean, like people are crazy and people are stupid, and there's only so much you could do. Like still have fun, enjoy yourself, interact with people, talk with people. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should like let you guys know the personalities of my friends, like when we go to when we go to parties. But I think I'm gonna have them on the podcast and we're going to like chat about that for sure. I think that would be a better thing for us to do. But I mean, it's fun. Like, bro, like college life is actually like college parties are actually really fun. Like you just have to like know the right ones and go to the right ones and just like know what parties to go to. Like, I mean, you could go to parties alone. I feel like my best friend did go to parties by herself, like when she first came. But I don't know her experience with that. That's probably something I would have to ask and find out from her. But like me, I never went to parties by myself. Like I was too shy to go to party with myself. But just have fun, you guys. I think that's the major point. Like go to parties, get drunk, be stupid, do stupid shit. Like please do not be so scared. I just don't get caught. Okay, don't do shit that would get you caught. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Like I feel like everything in life is like just do the shit. Like what's the worst that could happen? As long as you don't get caught, because if you do get caught, you're getting deported. So like if that's not what you want, then be wise about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys. All right, one of these. I know I spoke about a lot of stuff, and I do want to know like your favorite bits of the episode. So make sure you leave a review and let me know what your favorite parts were. Also, don't forget to follow us on IG at Wannabe Americana for some BCS and tidbits here and there. Also, if you want to share your wannabe story, if you want to like fill me in on your college party experience, please let me know and I will talk about it in the next episode. Or I would do like a quick live on my IG or something where we could just like sit down and discuss the whole situation. But if you do want to send us your wannabe story, please send us a DM or reach out to us at hi@wannabeamericana.com. Talk soon, wannabes.